Hello everyone, this is Harshal Desai from eHealth Magazine and eLets Technomedia Private Limited. I welcome you all to a special program called TB Awareness Initiatives, which has been started by eHealth Magazine and eLets Technomedia Private Limited under its platform called Panacea. Panacea, as most of you are now aware, that it's a 6 month long campaign which is being run on which is being run by the support of eHealth Magazine and Viatris, which was earlier known as Mylan Pharmaceutical Private Limited. With the support of Viatris and with the help of eHealth Magazine, we have been able to conceptualize this program, and we are very glad to inform you all that this program has been very successful. And we thank you all whosoever watching us live and supporting the program. Under this program, we are bringing experts from across the country on our website, on our platform, which are discussing a number of important and significant things related to the pandemic and uh, things related to tuberculosis, which is again a major concern for India. Today, under the TB awareness initiative, we have with us Dr. Pranita Tipre, who is Assistant Health Officer at Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, and she is also the TB officer for the Mumbai city. Welcome, ma'am, to the show called Panacea.
Namaskar. Thank you for inviting me to this program.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, as we mentioned, as I just mentioned you all, that TB awareness initiative we have started considering the seriousness of this disease, and through this initiative, through Panacea, we are not just only focusing on COVID-19, but we are also focusing on tuberculosis. In this exclusive interaction, we will learn from Dr. Tipre how various initiatives in Mumbai are helping the government and Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai, particularly, to eradicate tuberculosis. So, once again, I welcome Dr. Tipre to Panacea, and we will start this discussion formally, ma'am. And the first thing which I'd like to understand from you is causing tuberculosis to become a serious public health problem, and how is the current status in the city of Mumbai? If you can please apprise us of this.
Uh, Thank you for asking this question, Harshal. Every year, municipal corporation is notifying almost 60,000 cases, and out of which around 6,000 plus cases are MDR cases, which you know that we are contributing almost 52% of the Maharashtra MDR TB cases, which is a huge number, a lot of burden. You know that India is contributing 25% of the TB cases, and Maharashtra is contributing 25% of the cases of India overall. So it's a huge number, and uh, the increasing number of MDR is causing Mumbai as a huge problem, for which there were a lot of policy changes that has taken place in the city of Mumbai.
Okay, okay. So, how many cases are we seeing in Mumbai currently? If you can please update us on this in little detail.
Considering COVID, last year we had 43,000 plus cases.
Mhm.
That too is a good number because of the lockdown, the Peri Mumbai area, from where the patients they walk in, considering the good connectivity, and we have a good infrastructure. So the number of cases have dropped down. In 2019, we had done 1,33,000 presumptive testing. However, last year we could do only 93,000, which again is a good number in spite of lockdown, and people were scared to step out and get themselves diagnosed because symptom of COVID and TB are almost similar, coughing. So
Right.
when we used to advise them to go for TB testing, they used to always get scared. Like if considering cough, they will advise us even COVID testing. And if we diagnose as a COVID, then we may get quarantined or we'll have to get admitted. And there is a stigma attached to COVID as well. So, in spite of all the hardships that Mumbai faced during COVID, and Mumbai was at a high number of, as far as COVID is also concerned. So, in spite of all the odds, we have diagnosed 43,000 plus cases, out of which 3,800 are MDR cases, which
Right.
again is a big number in spite of COVID.
Yes, yes, ma'am. So TB is one of the disease where a number of initiatives by central governments are being run to eradicate TB, and we are saying TB harega, desh jitega. So how
Yes.
these initiatives are being implemented in the city of Mumbai? Enlighten us about the success of this mission so far in the city.
Yes, there are a lot of success stories as far as Mumbai is concerned. Uh, what we did after 2010 and 11, when MDR cases scare was there, we decentralized our activity to 24 wards. So Mumbai administratively is divided into 24 wards, and each ward has one district TB officer. So we decentralized all the activities, which has really helped Mumbai to monitor each and every case. We also scaled up our diagnostic facility. Out of 24 districts that we have, in 10 districts, we are doing upfront CBNet, that is diagnosing TB, at the same time finding out whether the patient is RR or not, that is resistance to rifampicin. So that has really helped. In 21, we are planning to scale up this upfront CBNet, that is offering UDST to each and every presumptive case in the city of Mumbai. And CTD has also helped us, that Central TB Division has sent us almost 5 big machines of CBNet, which will help us in undertaking UDST for each and every presumptive case. So diagnostic facility has gone up. The infrastructure as far as manpower is concerned has also been increased. So decentralized mechanism. We also have our own drugstore. So decentralized activities are helping Mumbai. We have almost 20 and above DRTB centers where so that is restricting the DRTB patients' movement in the city of Mumbai, So we are trying to offer the TB services as closer to their residents as possible.
Right, right. Thank you so much, ma'am. One more thing I want to ask you is that how Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai is testing people with HIV and tuberculosis. Uh,
So Mumbai is the only city, I think, where we have Mumbai District Aid Control Society. So
yes.
Mumbai District Aid Control Society also has got good infrastructure, that is their ICTC centers. And through these ICTC centers, we are offering HIV testing to all our TB patients. We
Mhm.
also have a private provider support agency in Mumbai. So there are
Mhm.
3 NGOs who are working with us. So that is also helping us. We have real good coordinated activity with the private providers through these NGOs. So HIV testing is offered even at the private setup as well as government facility. We have almost over 180 dispensaries spread across Mumbai, and we are doing screening tests in our dispensaries as well. So that's
Okay.
how we are doing HIV testing for all the cases.
Right. Taking clue for what you said about the Mumbai is the only district where we have this HIV testing. So now the second thing I would like to ask you that you know recently I read a news where we found that the TB cases have fallen recently by 29%. Is it true, and if so, what has been the reason? Is it that people are not coming for testing and all?
Uh, mm, it, what I will say is this: considering COVID, see, Mumbai has a trend of almost diagnosing 4,500 to 5,000 new TB cases every month. So
Ah,
January, February, and March of 2019, we were getting or diagnosing these many cases. But post March 2019, the cases almost dipped, and we were in hundreds rather than in thousands. No, we were doing the case findings in hundreds. But
Right.
TB services, very proudly, I will say, ours was the only service which the national program, I'll say, which continued our services. We were in connect with all our TB patients. We did contact tracing, and we tried to reach out to each and every TB patient for continuing the medication, for doing the contact tracing, for finding more cases. We also conducted telemedicine. We also get in touch with all the private providers. We conducted WhatsApp meetings, and Zoom
Right.
meetings with the patients, and motivated them to, if they see anybody at home coughing for more than 2 weeks, rather than fearing for COVID, they should come forward and get themselves tested.
Right.
So, as I said before, compared to 60,000, yes, 43,000 is a less number. But in spite of all odds, we could do 93,000 and above testing, out of which 43,000 cases were diagnosed. But only thing which we couldn't do is to cater to the Peri-Mumbai patients because of the transport difficulties, they couldn't come here. So we also have our own GTB TB hospital, dedicated
Yes.
hospitals. So where
Yes.
these patients used to get admitted and used to get diagnosed, considering the infrastructure, they used to travel, Mira Bainder, Palghar, patients, they used to travel to Mumbai, get themselves diagnosed, and then go back and start the treatment in their own city or district. So that's how, considering the movement restrictions, the number has gone down. But I am happy to share with you that January, February, and March 2021, the cases have again fallen back to the normalcy of 4,500 to 5,000. So the notification has gone back to their original trend, what Mumbai used to notify.
Right. Okay, ma'am, you also mentioned about the NGOs. When we talk about TV, NGOs are playing a very important role, not just in Mumbai, not just in Maharashtra, but across the country. There are national
Yes.
NGOs and there are international NGOs also. How TB patients, should make the most of the help provided by NGOs, and how we are spreading awareness on these NGOs that they are there and they are ready to help the TB patients. How we are, spreading this information to among the people who are suffering from this disease.
Okay, so thank you for asking this question. It's a wonderful question. So I think the PPI project was started in Mumbai, which was a pilot, and we tested this in with, tying up with the NGO and the private providers, and was successful enough. That's how we translated it to a proper NGO tie-up mechanism, and which has now become a part of CTD guidelines of having a private provider support agency. So we have tendered it out. We have issued a tender, and the NGOs, they participated. So right now there are 3 NGOs who are working with us. One is MJK, one is Doctors for You, one is Alert India. So they have their own designated area. So what they do in turn is to talk to all the private chest physicians, orthopedicians, obstetricians who are diagnosing cases. So they go regularly, meet them, provide them with the incentives that the program offers for informing us the TB notification, giving them the free services that we are offering under the program. So the CBNet testing, the samples from the NGO, they transport those samples, of their patients to the CBNet facility and get the testing done and reporting within 24 hours. So that is an additional benefit they get in MDR cases when the patient is not an affording patient, but would like to continue with their private chest physician. We provide them the medicine. However, the care is provided by the private providers, but they are then linked with us. We monitor them. The NGO does all the public health activities like contact tracing, documenting everything in the mixture, All these things are done by the NGOs. So
Right.
contact tracing is the very important part that they are doing. Providing them the FDCs that we have. They have created some hubs in the private nursing homes, So these private patients, as per their convenient time, then can go there and collect the medicines, get them self-tested, give their samples, If they want to get everything freely done through the BMC, but directly they don't want to get connected with MCGM because there is a stigma attached to it. So we are okay with it as long as each and every TB patient get notified in the Nikshay, continues with the medication, completes the medication, So that's the whole idea about it.
Right, right. Okay, now next important thing we should talk about is the accessibility of the medicine. This is provided free to the patients, right? So
Yes.
how well we are doing when it comes to the medicine accessibility in the city of Mumbai.
So that's a wonderful question, Harshal. We are also providing the second line drugs free of cost to all patients, whether it is a public patient or a private patient.
Ah,
So at times, if a private patient is unaffordable, the chest physician connects it to the NGO, and through the NGO, we then register this patient under public and we provide them with the complete second line medicines they want. Even the first line medicines that they want is given free of cost. We keep the medicine with the chemist shops where they can collect these medicines through the chemist shops as per their convenience. If they want to collect these medicines from the hubs, so we have created them. These private providers have created certain hub points, in some nursing homes or some general practitioners. From there, they can collect these medicines. We also are giving certain benefits like free testing to these patients. We are also keeping the X-ray vouchers for them, for diagnosing. Now, this is a very good time when I can say we have uploaded a tender that is expression of interest for these private chest physicians and nursing homes and diagnostic centers. If they want to tie it up with us, there are so many investigations which are required to diagnose the extrapulmonary TB. May it be fine needle aspiration biopsy, may it be CT scan, which creates a lot of out of pocket expenditure for these patients. So we want our focus is a patient centric focus, and we want to minimize the out of pocket expenditure for these patients. So we are creating a panel of these diagnostic centers or the chest physicians who are ready to do the bronchoscopy, diagnostic facilities, and program will pay for all these tests. Even for pre-treatment evaluation, for that matter, it's a battery of tests which is required if the second line medication has to be started. So all these things are coming free to the patients. We are offering this to all the patients, may it be private, may it be public. Even the first line and second line LPAs are offered free of cost to them. Because once their sample comes to our CBNet site, if we found that the patient is DS or DRTB, then their first line and second line LPA is also done through the program.
to ask you is how are we following up with the TB patients?
Okay. So once the TB patient is diagnosed and is registered on the Nikshay, our TBHV is the first contact who follows it up with the patient. When the patient comes for the taking medicines, that is the first contact. When he interacts with the patient, he visits at least once a month to that TB patient at home to see how the contacts are doing. Our counselor who is there also, which is the counseling team of 50, has been supported by Tata Institute of Social Science. So they are also following up with the patient. So whether it is a sensitive patient, then the STS senior treatment supervisor follows the patient either by visit or telephonically. Also, if the patient is drug resistant patients, then our SDS follows it up, counselor also follows it up. And Harshal, I would like to mention here, we did last year one pilot
Yes.
where very meaningful involvement of TB champions, that is TB survivors,
Mm.
with their help in the program. Standard operating procedures were like SOPs were created, how to select these TB champions. We express what we want from them. We train them. We told them our expectations. We even asked them what is their expectations. May it be financial, may it be the skill training skill sets that they want. And we did the training of them with the help of Tata Institute of Social Sciences. And in 8 districts, we involved these TB champions to call these patients. And the impact was very good. We could see out of these 8 champions who were working with us in our 8 districts, almost 169 patients who were dropped out were put them back on the treatment. That was excellent to them. Also, the Nikshay Poshan Yojana, the money that the government is offering them, for the diet. So at times, patients are not ready to share their account details. So these TB
Right.
patients spoke to them how important it is, even though this is 500, but it is very important as far as supplements are concerned and good diet is concerned to cure TB. So they got so many patients to share their account numbers with us. Also, when they were talking with the TB patients, and TB patients are undergoing ADR when they are facing, they spoke, they share their own stories and motivated them. ADR is a part of treatment. Don't worry, you will come out as we have come out. So, good number of patients, the adherence improve, the drop down, loss to follow up has reduced in these wards where we. And during the time of COVID, it was a great help. And we found that this involvement, very active and meaningful involvement as a program component, uh, paid dividends to us
Right.
during this program. Yeah.
Right. So, ma'am, besides this, if I'm not wrong, there are other initiatives also which were started by Mumbai, and then later on these were incorporated by central government also. So, can you please mention those initiatives which have been proven to be very effective?
Yes. Harshal, TB program was always a passive program. All those patients who were symptomatic coming to the dispensary, if there are 4 symptoms, that symptom complex which we monitor, we investigate and we used to put them on treatment if diagnosed as a TB. But Mumbai was the first who did active case finding in the community. We conducted surveys and we found uh, we could detect more number of cases. So, considering the success of this, now active case finding is a part of program nationally, and as a part of national program, twice in a year we conduct this activity for 15 days, where we do a house-to-house survey and we refer the patients who are symptomatic or where we think that this patient could be a TB case, looking at it, or is a contact with mild symptoms. So then the TB get diagnosed little early. So this is one part, the pilot which I mentioned before, that PPIA project, involving the private provider, be a part of national TB program. So that is again the part. So many pilots have been done. For example, MERMS pilot was done here. DOTS pilot was done here. 99 DOTS was done here. So and of course, a lot of my DTOs, they keep telling me, and even the Everwell team, who is a Nikshay developer, so good contribution from Mumbai, and we were the first districts to implement even the digital signature, DSC, to pay the DBT benefits, and which has reduced a lot of turnaround time to make the payments, so that the patients are also happy they are getting the money in time. The private providers are also happy that they are getting their incentives in time.
What are the other key a key infrastructure facilities that we do require to in order to move towards our mission to eradicate TB completely, and how well the city of Mumbai and Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai is equipped with these facilities.
Thank you, Harshal. We are spending right now a lot of money of the program in payments of LP and culture DST to the private labs. We had our lab functioning in GTB hospital, but because the building was going for repairs, we had to shut down our lab, and all the patients were then, all the samples were then diverted. So now the work of renovation, refurbishment of that lab has also started. So 6 months down the line, my GTB lab will be functional, and we will be doing our sample processing there. Also, first of its kind, a container lab where level 3 lab will be like established in Kasturba premises, which is our infectious disease hospital in Kasturba Hospital. So there, first of its kind lab, where again we will be able to do our first line, second line LPA and culture DST. So this is one area where Mumbai needs proper infrastructure, which we had proposed in MCGM budget as well as in national budget, and it has been sanctioned. Work has started. So coming 6 months, we will have our own labs, which will give us quite a good relief, getting the reports early. That is one thing. So testing, like first and second line, was a big support that we needed as far as infrastructure is concerned. As I mentioned earlier, the CBNet labs that we will be adding 5 machines, which are 8 modules and 16 modules, will help us to offer UDST as a presumptive. That is another infrastructure that is going to help us. More number of DRTB centers that we want. We have right now 20, but if each and every peripheral hospital, which we are planning right now, we have chest physicians there who are managing ADR for these TB patients. We want to convert these centers as ADR clinics with DRTB initiation process happening there. So movement will get restricted, which will help prevent the transmission of disease, and all the patients will get initiation of drugs at very closer. Also, panel will be ready now in coming 3 months time, where private DRTB centers will also get started in Mumbai. Panel of diagnostic centers, which will be of great help for diagnosing extrapulmonary TB, that will also get established. These infrastructures will definitely empower or strengthen the TB program in the city of Mumbai. Best to everyone, as nationally on this 24th March, the World TB Day, India has declared one district in Kashmir as a TB-free district. Also, India has declared one union territory as a TB-free union territory. Even Mumbai has shown remarkable decrease, and some districts, in Parel, there is a 40% decrease in the TB cases. There are 3 more districts where 20% decrease in the TB cases have been seen. So we are in the right direction. Only I want the community, citizens of Mumbai and everywhere, whosoever is watching this program, don't feel scared. If there is a cough for more than 2 weeks, loss of weight, night sweats, please come forward, get yourself tested for TB. Don't worry. Even if it is diagnosed, there is a good treatment available, and I'm sure if you continue with the treatment without any break, TB is curable. And all the corporate sector, that they should come forward and do their bit, may it be under corporate social responsibility, supplement whatever the program needs, Also, corporate sector can participate in making their offices TB free to begin with and set an example for others to follow them.
Right. This is very a very great point that you have highlighted, ma'am. The participation from corporate can certainly help various authorities who are working towards eradicating this disease from the state and from the country. So, thank you so much, Dr. Tipre, for sharing your views on this platform, Panacea. And we are really appreciate you taking time out from your busy schedule to sharing your inputs here. And this interview and this interaction will certainly help us spread awareness on various TB initiatives which are being undertaken in this in the city of Mumbai. So thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Harshal. Thank you so